Cheating is bad, very bad. You shouldn't cheat. Don't cheat on your significant other. Today we have a story time by a lady that goes by Bella Annalise. She's gonna be talking about how she was clapping some brother that was cheating on his pregnant wife. Holy, let's do it.
Story time about how the guy I was talking to for a month was cheating on his pregnant wife. Let's go. This story is 100% real. I have receipts for everything, so let's get into it. We're gonna call the guy Zach. So I met Zach on Snapchat. Nothing good comes from Snapchat.
Snapchat in 2025 picking up huz? Y'all still moving like this? I didn't know this was a thing.
He slid up on one of my stories, I think, or one of my posts on Snapchat, and was like, "You're fine," or something stupid. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Bella, you look mad young. Like, how old is this guy if he has a whole wife and who's pregnant, you know? So I was 18 during this time. This happened last year. And he was 8 years older than me.
18 to 8 years? What is that, 26? God damn. I mean, it's legal, but that's a crazy ratio.
So he was 26. I just want to say I'm very mature for my age, so younger guys just don't really cut it for me.
Yo, I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot and we just get into it, but I feel like young girls love saying that. I'm very mature for my age, and then they go do bullshit like this.
My own mother even told me that I should date guys that are older than me because the ones my age are apparently some of the older ones. Anyways, so I ended up talking to this guy because I was like, okay, he didn't have a public profile, but I snapped him and he snapped me back, and I was like, oh, okay, he's kind of cute. So that caught my eye or whatever, and so we started talking.
Real mature of you,
I'm gonna
huh?
say like a week, because I don't really give out my phone number like that. I never ever gave out my phone number to anyone on Snapchat except like 2 people, okay? And he was one of them. And the reason I gave him my phone number was because he seemed mature. Like, he had a house. He was rich. Man was rich. And we did not live in the same state, so I was like, okay, if he tries to kill me or something,
gold digger.
So he's not even gonna be able to find me. That's what I thought, at least. And if you saw my last story time, I am not stupid. Like, I have insanely good survival instincts. So I just want to put that out there. So, yeah, so he is like, can I have your number? I'm like, sure. Like, this is a week or 2 of us talking. I finally give him my number because I don't really use Snapchat like that. So we start texting. And he's like, I just wanted your number.
I wonder what her snap score is.
I want to snap because I want to see your face, and since we don't live in the same area, then I need your number. Whatever. I forgot to mention, he owns a farm. He owns a bunch of land, and his farm sells whatever. I don't really care. But, yeah. So he would text me at like 6 in the morning because he has to go out and like feed his cattle and do whatever farm people do. And I had to be up early anyways because some days on work, I actually worked at like 7:30. So even though I wasn't up at 6 o'clock when he was up, I was still up fairly early on most of the days we were texting. So keep that in mind. So anyways, we were texting and he's like, can we call? And I'd be like, can we call? Okay. It just seems legit. It's like showing me and like verifying.
Okay, we get some evidence here.
He wants to call. And he asked me. I didn't ask him. So we call. And this guy is really, really sweet. He seems very shy, which I really like shy guys. I also like extroverted guys, but he just seemed very kind and very sweet. And he was just kind of showering me in compliments. Like, he was like, Bella, you're genuinely so gorgeous. I actually really want to try for a
Good morning, beautiful, so pretty, you look so good.
Relationship if we keep talking. Obviously, I don't want to rush things, but I really do like you, and I like see a future, potentially. Me being me, I'm like, is this love bombing? Because we've been talking for probably 3 weeks at this point. And I'm like, yeah, like 3 weeks. Like, I understand when he's saying he wants a potential future. But is that not a little bit early to be saying that? So anyways, I tell him, I'm like, is my age not really an issue with you? And he's like, no, because you're so pretty. And I really like you. You seem smart. And he's like, I know you're in college. Do you need help with, like, financially? And I'm like, no, that's okay. I have my own money. And he's like, no, seriously.
Oh, shit. He's tricking. He's trying to shower with them dollar bills. Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it. But that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash. And the big talk of the town is
this a scam, Berto? What is this?
Well, look at this guy. And this guy, all people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Ashford Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
I will help you. Whatever you need, I got you. And I'm like,
Yeesh.
okay. He's like,
Don't
let me
be
help you
like
with
this,
college.
brothers.
And I was like, oh, my grandpa's paying it. Like, that's fine. And he was like, well, then get you your textbooks. Like, get you whatever you need. Just give me your cash app. And I'm like, is this man for real? Because as much as I tried to fight the free money, deep down I was like, please keep asking me so I can say yes. Even though I'm not like a money person, like I don't care about money, but like if somebody's gonna offer you free money, and especially because I'm a college student, I was like, okay, shoot.
I'm taking it. That's one thing. Hey, if I was a girl and y'all niggas was willing to just throw me free money, yeah, send it, nigga. Send it.
So anyways, I give him my cash app. He's like, how much do you want? And I'm like, I don't know.
How
$100.
much?
He's like, no. Like, you can say any amount and I'll give it to you. What?
What?
What? Anyway, so
Run that nigga's pockets dry. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel bad for him. Run his pockets dry. He deserves it.
James ends up sending me $200, even though I only asked for $100. Because I was like, I'm not gonna ask for like a lot of money. I feel like that's actually rude, and I'm not like that type of girl. I'm not a gold digger. So I asked for $100. He sends me $200. I'm like, I texted him. I was like, did you mean to send me $200? And he's like, yeah, I could have sent you more, but you seem like you don't really want it. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is actually going to help a lot. And he was like, I know, baby, I know. And I was like, baby. And this is the part of the story where it starts to like transform into kind of weird vibes. What do I mean by this? I mean, as in, Zach started to get, like, I want to say, inappropriate with me. And this
The
is
hair
like,
is straight, girl.
I always deal with guys.
Jesus.
Is, like, either them asking for nudes,
How much times you gonna fucking straighten that shit?
or them just being, like, overly sexual.
I'll spoil you if you spoil me.
Hey, I know you want a relationship with me, but I don't really like that type of stuff. And he's like, yeah, but how are we going to be in a relationship if we're going to miss the romance part? Like, how are we going to do romance?
Only bad about losing long distance relationship romance is hard. Yeah, true. Wish we could have that. Would love to take you out and spoil you in person.
You're so far away, I just feel like pictures would help. And I was like, so anyways, again, I should have seen this as a red flag, but I did see it as a red flag, actually. So I kind of pulled away my attention, but I should have, like, blocked him from there. But I think it was the fact that he was very sweet. He was.
And he sent you
he
money.
sent $200, and I'm going to show y'all that receipt. But
And he sent you money.
I was just like, okay, like, I don't like this. And I told him straight up, I said, hey, I don't really like that, like, talk, because we haven't been talking enough for you to be, like, asking me questions like that. I feel like that's kind of weird. And he's like, okay, like, I understand. Boom. Hella respectful when I asked. And I cannot tell you why, but for whatever reason, I ask him probably every week, is my age okay? Because even though he is older than me and he seems mature, I don't know, I just felt like, I don't know, I just was getting off vibes. Like,
Yeah, because it's a pretty big gap. Like, I feel like after you turn like 22, 23, it don't really be mattering like that. But 18, like, that's some pre-order age, you know?
and I was getting like a weird gut feeling that something just did not seem
Especially you're
right. Like, something was
26.
off completely. Okay, actually, I was wrong. I looked at the timeline because I have our text. We actually talked for like 2.5 months, actually. But anyways, so, again, I'm going to say like 2 weeks after he sends me the $200, he's like, can I send you more money? Do you need help with anything? And I'm like, no, that's okay again.
Your hair is straight. How much straighter can it
He
get?
keeps asking, and he's like, Bella, like, I told you I'm going to take care of you. Boom, cash apps me $200 like that. For a total of $400 so far within 3 weeks. Again, I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm like, wait, maybe he really does like me, because why is he sending me money? Like, and he has money, I know he does. But he's sending me money like it's nothing. Which I thought was insane. Like, you're literally just sending me money like it's nothing.
400 really is not that
And
much money,
he's like,
though.
I'm going to take care of you. And then he starts asking me, he's like, can we plan our trip? And mind you, at this point, I've already been on FaceTime with him while he was doing, like, work. So I know what he looks like. I know what he sounds like. I've seen him. We've talked. So I know he's a real person. I know I'm not about to get catfished. Like, I know he's real. I have his number. The cash app he sent me was his name on Snap. So I'm like, okay, he's a real dude. Like, I know he is. But then he starts to keep asking about the vacation. And then at this point, he starts asking again for nudes. And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, I have a surprise for you. And I'm like thinking, is he going to send me more money? He snaps me. And when I open the snap, I'm at dinner with my family. I think it was one of my family members' birthdays. I open the snap. It's a...
What?
While I'm with the family.
I'm just gonna assume that he sent a snap of his Johnson, but I don't know what the fuck she said.
At a family function. And my sister was sitting by me, so I don't even know if she saw it, because sometimes she'd be lurking over my phone. She probably did see it. I was so mad, y'all. Like, I literally left him unopened. I literally ghosted him for 3 days, because I was like, I literally said I don't like that type of stuff. What are you doing?
Fair enough.
This guy spams me.
Never send your Johnson. It's not worth it.
Where I have never been spammed before. Like,
Hey babe, what you doing? You busy right now? Damn. He going out like sucker.
it is next level. I think I had like 50 messages on Snap. He texted me a bunch. I cannot make this up. Snapped me probably more than 50 messages. You were a grown man acting like a high schooler. So I was like, Anyways, go to part 2, because part 2 is like where the story gets
Red flags.
So,
Run.
go to part 2. This is part 2 of how I found out the guy I was talking to for 2 months was cheating on his 2-year relationship. So let's just do a quick rundown in case y'all like are new here. Basically, the way I started to find, I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, maybe he's telling the truth because his apartment was bland. He was not lying. Anyway, so we go to his room, and the first,
Whoa. All right. Maybe I skipped something.
don't make fun of me. I just think it brings life because me and my homeboy who lives here, like, we don't really know how to decorate. Okay, so I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, maybe he's telling the truth because his apartment was bland. He was not lying. Anyway, so we go to his room, and the first thing I noticed in there is that he has all of his clothes, not all of them, but a vast majority of them, stacked on top of his dresser, and they're all folded. They're not like he had laundry and he was about to put it away, right? They're literally stacked on top of there. They're like high. And I'm like, hold on, I forgot to say this one part. When I get there, he's like texting me. He's like, come over now. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming. I get to his apartment. I'm sitting there for 20 minutes. I'm texting him. I'm like, I'm here. I'm like, okay, I'm only gonna wait 5 minutes, because he literally does not respond for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I'm about to leave. I was literally about to leave, and then he walks down and opens my car door, and I'm like, and he's like, sorry that took so long, I was cleaning. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like, if it's dirty, like, I'm not gonna judge you. Like, I don't care that much. I might as well just like help you clean. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And he was like, no, it's not that. It's just I had a lot of laundry, and I'm not trying to like have the laundry out when you get there. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So then that's when we go into the apartment. And then also in his room, he had another thing of flowers on the nightstand. Like, there's 2 nightstands, right? One of the nightstands has flowers on it. And again, he's just like, yeah, these flowers, I feel like they just bring, like, they just look better and they make the room look more bright. And I'm like, okay. Like, again, I don't really think anything of it. I should have, but I didn't. Then the other weird thing was I had to leave, so we only ended up hanging out for like,
I wonder if you had, because like you're like giving like really annoyed energy. I wonder if she had the same energy.
an hour. And like, we just, like I said, we made out and stuff. And legit, he's like, okay, I have a meeting at 7, like, you need to leave by 7. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be well before 7, probably like 6:30, because I have like a family function that I'm going to, so like, you don't gotta worry. And he's like, okay, good. And he's like really adamant about this meeting, and I'm not thinking, okay, he's cheating on his girlfriend. No, I'm just thinking, yeah, like, he's a good worker, he's a good employee, whatever. Like, he's a good businessman. He wants to keep up with his business and be on time. Like, I don't think anything weird. I think that's good. I think he should do that. Okay, so then the next day,
Fair enough.
I go home. I open up my phone in the morning. I get a DM from this random account. And I click on the profile. They don't have any pictures. So I'm like, okay, interesting. But they have like 1,000 followers. So it seems like a legit account. And this person's like, how do you know Ryan? And I'm like, I used to, I talked to him. We don't really like talk as much anymore, but we hung out yesterday, whatever. I tell this person that. And she's like, okay, because that's my boyfriend. And I'm like, okay, do you have proof? The way I'm so eager to post the picture she sent me. She sends me a picture of them kissing in the exact apartment. So it just clocked in my head. I was like, oh, they live together. That's why he had all those clothes stacked up, because he probably put all of her clothes in there and didn't have any space for his clothes, so he pulled it out. And I asked him why he had clothes on top, and he was just like, oh, I just need extra space in my drawers, because her clothes were in there. Duh. And at this point, I didn't really say this in the last part, but I had been talking to a different boy that I liked more than Ryan, James. And I had been talking to James for about a month.
You see how these hoes will do you, man? You talking to a hoe. And she hanging out with a whole nother nigga, kissing, making out in his apartment and shit. God damn. And this is what she's telling us. So they made out. She probably let that nigga hit too. Ah! Ah! It's an evil world we live in. It's an evil world we live in, man. God damn.
And I've been talking to Ryan for 2 months, and I just like James more because he seemed more real, and he didn't seem as much as a player, because what James would do is he would slide up on all of my stories, and sometimes he would make like an inappropriate remark, and I'm just like, okay, please do that, you know? And I'd just be like, okay.
Let me eat it.
He knew I was Christian, he knew that. But I'd just be like,
oh
okay,
my
like,
God.
whatever.
I don't know if y'all saw that. Let me zoom in. This nigga said, let me eat it.
And I've been talking to Ryan for 2 months, And I just like James more because he seemed more real and he didn't seem as much as a player, because what James would do is he would slide up on all of my stories and sometimes he would make like an inappropriate remark and I'm just like, okay, please do that, you know?
Look at this, y'all. This nigga said, "Let me eat it." He's not playing. He's dead serious. He's really on
And I'd
that.
just be like, okay.
Freaky ass nigga here, 69 God.
Whatever, I kind of looked past it and I shouldn't have, but I did. But I just felt so inclined that he was a player. It felt like God laid that on my heart that he was a player, even though he didn't really like show signs that he was a player as much. I just had that gut feeling. Your gut is always right. And I also told him, I'm like, I feel like you're a player.
True.
Just randomly one day when we were having a conversation, I feel like you're a player. He got so mad. He started like spamming me. He was like, how dare you say that? How dare you? Oh, I'm just so disappointed. And then he like ghosted me for like a couple hours. And I was like, I just said something like, this is your chance to reassure me and be like, no, I'm not like that. But you're so defensive, it showed that like maybe you were, you know what I mean? And hold on, I just realized I kind of got the timeline wrong. She didn't text me the next day after we hung out. She texted me a few days after, because I remember the next day I went to the movies. Me and my ex had planned to see this movie for months, like, and we ended up going to see it. And me and my ex had been friends for 5 years. We were literally.
All right, bro. I mean, I believe everything you're talking about with this other nigga, but you went and fucked this one nigga. Then you were talking to another nigga while you was fucking this other nigga. And now you're going to the movies with your ex? Holy.
Friends for 2 years before we dated. We were best friends. So me and him are very comfortable with each other, very tight. He was talking to someone else. It wasn't anything weird. But I was at the movie with
It
my
is
ex,
weird.
And I remember.
Mind you, in the beginning of this video, she said that I'm so mature for my age. This is very immature of you.
Ryan had texted me, and he was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm at the movies. And he's like, with who? I know you're not by yourself. And I was like, yeah, I'm with my ex. And I think I was with my best friend too. And then he was like, ew, I don't like that. And I'm like, okay. And then at that point, I was like, I need to just tell him straight up that I don't think this is going to work, because I'm kind of tired of like him being jealous and just like toxic, it felt like, and we weren't even together. And he didn't want to date me. So, yeah, and if you didn't see in the last video, he didn't want to date anyone for 6 months because he wanted to focus on himself. So, yeah, I was just kind of found it weird that he wanted to be like a boyfriend to me and tell me what to do and control me, but he didn't want to date me. Gibbs player. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just tell Ryan straight up I don't like him anymore. So I was like, hey Ryan, I really like James. I've been hanging out with James a lot. You know that because I told you I'm not no player. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't really want to see you anymore. We can be friends if you want. If you don't want to be friends, I'm cool with that too. That's what I said. I left it at that. And this man really seemed like he got down on his hands and knees and started begging and was like, no, please, like, please, let's make this work. Can I just take you out to dinner? I'll prove myself. Like, I'll be better. And I'm like, no. Like, I just want to be friends. I don't want to do that stuff. I like this other boy. He's like, please, just let me prove myself. And I'm just like, I literally left him on open on Snap. Again, he wouldn't give me his number, so we texted everything on Snap. I left him on open. And also, this man would stalk my social media because I didn't have any of his social medias, and he found all of mine, and I would get, like, follow requests, and I'm like, and then he'd be like, oh, by the way, I followed you on your other account. And I'd be like, interesting, you know, okay. So then, a couple days after that is when the girl texted me and was like, this is my boyfriend. She sends me a picture, so I see the proof. And she's like,
This is so y'all can see it. Met him off Snap. We cool. Why you ask? I'm his girlfriend. You got some proof. We live together. God damn.
can I see messages? I need to see everything. What did y'all do? I need to know how many times y'all hung out. She wanted to know everything, which rightfully so. That was her man for 2.5 years. I want to know too. So me being petty.
Ladies, what are y'all doing in this situation though? Are you all snitching, or are you just minding your business? Like, how? Because on one hand, it's probably the right thing to do, but I also feel like my instincts would just make me mind my business. And then if I was a girl, I'd be like, okay, obviously, you know, I'm off this nigga, but I don't know if I'm just blowing up the whole spot though.
I open up Snapchat and I start sending him a video of me laughing with no context. I'm just like, oh, you are so funny. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're so immature.
You crack me up.
I'm
You're
not
so
mad
funny.
at you
This is
though,
why, like, I
but
just
you are
knew.
immature.
That's all. Literally, I just sent him a video of me laughing, didn't say anything, and I sent him, like, I just said, I just knew. That's it. 2 seconds later, he blocks me. And me being me, I'm like, okay, hold on. He's probably gonna try to delete chat, because if his girlfriend knows, I'm sure that she's confronted him, or she's about to. So I screenshotted everything before he could block me and delete chat. Sure did. Sure freaking did. So I have all the messages of him sliding up on all my stories saying, oh my God, I just want to do blah blah blah. You're so bad. Like, I want you so bad. Like, I just want to whatever. Like, and then I send her screenshots that I have from maps of where her apartment was.
Damn.
She didn't believe me that we hung out at her apartment because apparently she told her that I was lying and that I was just doing it for attention. So, baby, I screenshotted the address and I sent it to her because you're not about to make me look dumb. And then she's like, okay, well, can you just, like, help me? Like, I don't know if I believe you. Like, I kind of do, but I just feel like he wouldn't do something like that. And I was like, girl, literally, your 2 dogs are named blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you didn't see my stuff in the room? I was like, no, girl. Like, I didn't know he had a girlfriend.
Damn.
She was like, okay, the story gets progressively worse. You think it get better? No, it got worse. So then, she's texting me and she's literally stalking my stories. She's viewing all of my stories. She's literally like randomly asking me questions like weeks after we already talked.
And this is why I would have just mind my business. It's like, bro, especially if I don't care, like, why? I don't want to be dealing with this.
She found out he cheated. She's like, yeah, he said you lied about this. I'm like, girl, I don't care. I don't want your man. Why would I lie to you? I have no reason to lie to you. So then she goes to my boyfriend and says, your girlfriend's cheating on you. Finds his social media somehow. Go to part 3.
Look at that. Wow.
This is the last and final part, so buckle up. Okay, so I have to give a little bit of context because I had to watch the video back, part 2, to make sure I said everything. Okay, so, by the way, legit, after the girl texted me and I sent her all the proof, and I'm probably going to add some in this video, by the way, because I know y'all are waiting for that. But, legit, like, 3 weeks after she finds out her boyfriend cheated, I literally am texting her. I'm like, she's being really nice. I'm being nice. I'm like, girl, like, you're so pretty. Like, leave him. You don't deserve that. You deserve way better than him. And she's like, I know, but I just...
Y'all being, you trying to be friends with her and shit, you know, busy over here trying to blow up the spot, then she fuck around, go fuck your whole situation off. You see how the most do each other, bro? Damn!
Like, you're right. I just don't know what to do because he'll tell me that you're not telling the truth. And I literally sent her a voice message and I was like, okay, this is everything I saw in your apartment. This is all on Instagram, by the way. I sent her a voice memo and was like, this is everything I saw in your apartment. I explained the decoration because apparently he lied and said I lied about actually hanging out at the apartment, which why would I do that? You're dumb, okay? So then I'm like, no, I saw your 2 dogs. They literally had dachshunds, or however you say that. They were cute. And I told her the name of the dog. And I was like, yeah, this is the name of your dog. He said it was his homeboy's dog. Your room, and I explained what was in the room.
This nigga was lying on a different level. He didn't even claim the dogs. He said, these are my homeboy's dogs. I could never do that. My dog? You couldn't even claim your dog, gang. This nigga was saying anything to make it seem like... Oh my God, this nigga is terrible.
Like, he had pictures of his business because he has like a clothing brand business. And I was like, they were hung up on the wall. In the bathroom, he had like all his colognes lined up or whatever. And she's like, okay, but how did you not see my stuff? I just don't get how you didn't know about me because all my stuff. And he says that you knew.
Bitch, I wasn't looking for your stuff.
The way I wanted to, like, freaking give me your hand to that boy and burn his hand. Because why are you lying on me? Why are you lying on me, bro? Just admit you got caught. Just admit it, bro. You're done. And then I'm over and I'm like, girl, I really don't care to lie any way, shape, or form. Because if I knew about you, it doesn't really change the circumstances. Regardless, like, your boyfriend cheated on you. I don't owe you anything. I don't know you. Therefore, if I knew about you, okay, like, I'd be disrespectful. It doesn't matter. I didn't know about her, though. I didn't. But, like, she just seems like she's getting mad at me and not at him. Break up with the man that cheated on you, bro. And then, oh, I forgot to say this. Oh, my God. He had a tattoo of, like, a girl's name, and he told me that it was his mom's name. And I was like, yeah, he has a tattoo, blah, blah, blah. And I said the name. And she's like, girl, that's literally my name.
Yo, this nigga ain't nothing.
He told you that was his mom's name? And I was like, yes. He was a certified
This nigga was lying about everything.
Literally certified liar. She's like, no, his mom's name is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, girl, like, I'm sorry. Like, don't know what you want me to tell you. Okay, and then fast forward, like, 3 weeks. She ends up texting me again. She's like, hey, she asked me a question. She's like, again, he said you lied about it. I literally said, girl, I don't care. Because at that point, I was just done. Like, girl, figure out your life, your dang self. You clearly aren't listening to anything I'm saying. I've given you proof. I've told you things. How would I know them if I was lying? Like, genuinely, go check your mental because clearly you are being gaslit. He was 10 out of 10 gaslighter. The reason I said 100 was because, like, 100%, 10 out of 10 gaslighter.
All right.
Doesn't really make sense, but anyways. Fast forward now, 2 months. Yeah, this is how the story gets worse. I get back with my ex-boyfriend, who I'm with now, that I've been dating for a total of 3 years.
Yeah, the ex-boyfriend that you said were just friends. Yeah, you're so mature.
And this is how I know she was stalking me, because how does she find his social media? I don't post on my Instagram. I only have pictures up of me. And she somehow found my boyfriend's social media. And I know you're like, it's probably not that hard. I didn't have anything up of him because we had just got back together. I didn't have any pictures of him up because the picture I had of him, Ryan, made me delete it because he was jealous. That was the only thing I had up of my ex. So I'm like, how did she even find his social media? I don't know.
And you
Maybe
listened?
she went through my comment section and, like, saw the guys that were, like, flirting with me and then went to his profile. I don't know. But she ended up finding his Instagram. She DMs him this whole paragraph.
Jeez. Whoa, what'd he say? Let's see. Hey, it's not my place to say anything, but around April, I found out my boyfriend cheated on me with your girlfriend. I have proof and screenshots, and if you don't believe me, or maybe she already told you, but I don't know, but I was somebody's girlfriend, I would like to know. God damn, everybody's in opposition. Jesus.
Hold on. Okay, I just texted my boyfriend. He is gonna find the screenshot. I have all the proof I'm gonna add in the video because I think it's so funny. Also, I wanted to know.
She said, oh yeah, she told me about that.
I should have known he's a player because I'm light-skinned myself. Light-skinned men are players. I should have just known by that. But anyways, she texted him this whole paragraph. yeah, your girlfriend has been cheating on you for the past blah blah blah. She knew about me. She knew that my boyfriend had a girlfriend, and she did not care. Like, basically saying I was a terrible person. Like, thanks, babe, so sweet. And she was like, you need to get away, or whatever she says. I have the screenshot, so we'll just pop it up. But yeah, and it's so funny because the time she sent this message, he was like, babe, what is this? And shows me right away. It was no like him texting her back. So I seen right away. I read it. We looked at each other, literally started dying laughing. Cause ain't no way you just texted my boyfriend trying to ruin my relationship, saying I'm cheating on him. Like he wasn't gonna tell me. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I said, but I just want to note, I was really pissed off. I don't cuss, and I think I did in this paragraph because I was texting it and like saying a cuss word and typing it.
Let's see what her damn, it's kind of blurry. I don't know if I kind of can't read that for real.
Anyways, I think like some of the stuff I said was kind of rude and harsh, so because I was really annoyed that she was trying to ruin my relationship. Like, I don't play about my man like that, so don't, like, especially like, why are you sliding in his DMs? Like, literally your boyfriend cheated on you 4 months ago. Why are you still on this? It's giving, like, I don't know what was going on, but I'm gonna show you exactly what I said to her. I was like, girl, nobody wants your nasty boyfriend. Like, you can keep him. You could have left, but you chose to stay. And then I told her there's also this white girl that Ryan talked to before me. I told her about him. I told her about her, and she was like, oh great, another one. I was like, yeah, girl, there's probably multiple. Definitely. Like, if he can lie so smooth and so easily.
Is he lying so smooth, so easily? I think this nigga's a bad liar. I'm not gonna lie.
There's definitely more than one girl. I also
But yeah, that's probably true.
That I genuinely do feel really bad for her, but I start losing that feeling of sympathy when she's choosing to stay in that relationship. When he's clearly lying to her, I'm getting her proof, and then she's coming at me like I'm a liar. I just kind of start to lose respect for her. As much as I do wish her the best, and I hope she finds her peace. You know, life happens, things happen, but let this be your lesson. If your man ever cheats on you, you gorgeous gem, leave that man right then and there. Don't even hesitate. Don't even think about it. Leave.
Word, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. How y'all would have handled this situation. Definitely a toxic and just immature situation all around. But yeah, that's sometimes how life plays out, right? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Y'all already know what it is.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.